for joining me again, and today marks the first anniversary of filming these videos. So I've now been doing a video a week for a whole year, and it doesn't seem like that long, but sometimes it has seemed like a really long time. So I hope that the quality of these videos has maybe improved slightly during that time. I hope that my presentation has improved slightly. I'm certainly aware that I've not had so many false starts. It certainly used to be that I had to start a video 4 or 5 times before being able to get into the flow and running with it. But I don't know whether it's now that I just don't care, and so I go with the first take, or whether actually I'm getting a bit more comfortable at talking to the camera. I hope it's the latter. So I've got my slice of Battenberg here. There you go, lovely cake to celebrate the first anniversary, and I'm also going to do a painter's progress report, so looking at the things that I've been painting in the last 6 months, which are not as substantial as the last 2 seem to have been, and part of the reason for that is that I've been busy with work doing videos and resources for the students who are working at home, doing online sessions. Partly it's because I've been doing some sculpting. I've got some commissioned sculpts and also some sculpts that are going into a Kickstarter for Oakbound a bit later on in the year. But just various other things have conspired, which have meant that I've not been perhaps as productive as I have been previously, but it's still far more productive than I would be were we not in a lockdown situation where I'm spending a bit more time at home. So, you know, got to take the positives. So the first thing that I have, for this one I haven't got all of the miniatures out on the table. I'm just gonna, because there aren't that many of them, I'm just gonna walk around the shelves and show you the things on the shelves that are new additions. And the first things that are new additions are these wood elfy types here. Now these are the Fey Walkers, and these you may have seen the videos that I did on sculpting them last year. So these are almost ready to go painted. I need to photograph them and get them in the get them ready for the Kickstarter. And I've given these a paint job to complement the old school wood elves that I did last year, so that I can use them all together. I didn't have any spear elves in that in my authentic old hammer elf collection, so I've now added a unit of 10 spear elves, 10 more elves with hand weapons, and of course 10 more war dancers, because who doesn't love a war dancer? And in fact I've actually added 11 more war dancers, because I also have acquired this chappie who I really wanted to have as my leader for my war dancers, because he's absolutely the iconic war dancer. So I painted him up at the same time as doing the ones for the Kickstarter. These elves that I sculpted, they also have these models that can be used as magic users, as mages in the army, because I didn't have any of those previously. If we move down here, I've been adding some more adventurers to my, or some more adventurers and townsfolk to my collection, including this little, oops, should I hold him there, including this little mage chappie and this little thief chappie. And I'm pretty sure actually holding those two together, is there a common base there? I don't know. I feel like there's a common base figure between the two of them. Someone who's more versed in old school figures will know that more than I will. There've been some pirates added to the collection. There's a library assistant with his stack of books, and a rug seller for my marketplace, and these have been painted up in preparation for doing quite a big sort of city project. And for that I've been making these new baseboards to go onto my gaming table. Now these are based around the Modular Underground Kickstarter project, which after years of delay finally funded or finally posted out the remaining bits and pieces this year. So it's been nice having those bits to play with. And that's not quite finished, but my ultimate aim is to build up a big gaming table that I can use for more time and for role-playing bits and pieces, fully stocked with characters, civilians, townsfolk, and mapped out with all of their stories and adventures. Some of those characters are up here because they're halflings, so they're with my halfling contingent. So I've got these nice beekeepers from Midland Miniatures, and also the candlestick maker and the rat catcher and a Reaper halfling cook. So I want this to be quite a mixed city with halflings and dwarves, a few elves, and some orcs. The orcs with their ogre assistants are going to be my gong farmers team. So here's a little gong cart pulled by an ogre, and then the orcs will be orcs and goblins rather will be the rest of the team. To my shame, this is a half done box. I don't normally like to have half done boxes, but I've been sidelined and not been able to get those finished. And I've also got a box here. So this is one of the goblin gong farmers, again from Midland Miniatures. This guy, really nice. This is actually a rat catcher as well. So this box back here, this is my box of undercoated but not yet painted figures. And this little box here has lots of bits of furniture in it that are halfway painted, and some scenery from Grendel, some little tables that I've assembled. And now, to be totally fair, whilst I was hoping to get all of this scenery done before Christmas, I do have in this drawer, which I've now put aside for the purpose, some boxes of finished, or well, some of it's undercoated, but some of it's finished scenery. So I've done some doors and some wagons and some armoury stuff and some marketplace stuff and some tavern bits and pieces in here. So that's mostly done, although there are a few bits that are still just undercoated, but I have yet to add the bulk of my domestic furniture, which is in that pile near my painting station. And the last thing that I've been painting since the last video are my Hero Quest hero stand-ins. This guy has been done for quite a while, so you'll have seen him, but my little dwarf and barbarian there, and the big gargoyle chappy. These were painted to be metal stand-ins for the appropriate plastic Hero Quest figures. So this is the anniversary White Dwarf that was, I think it was a 10-year anniversary of White Dwarf magazine he came out with. This is obviously a Mark Coppleston barbarian with his axe changed to a sword. It was as close as I could get to approximate the plastic barbarian. And here's the classic Citadel Bloodthirster, which is again about as close as I could get as to the plastic one. There is a Marauder one which is closer, but it's about £800 currently to pick up on eBay, so I'm not buying it. So that's as close as we will be getting for now to the metal prototype Hero Quest Gargoyle. And behind these, here are my metal prototype Advanced Hero Quest figures, which I think I probably showed you previously. So I was just trying to get some metal regular HeroQuest models to complement them, and I haven't got the wizard yet. I have a figure in mind, but it's been quite tricky getting hold of a wizard that doesn't have a beard and a big pointy hat, but I have got one in mind for him, so he will get a metal stand-in at some point very, very soon. I've also managed to acquire just recently a metal Wizards of Morcar Baruch the Storm Master for a reasonable price, so I can paint him up and add him to my collection. Looking forward to that. Now, the rest of this month, in answer to some questions that I've had pointed at me, I'm going to be talking about diceless gaming. If you've played the Woods or Factious Waste, you'll be aware that both of them are completely diceless, cardless, chanceless game systems, and I know that some people are a little bit reserved about those, because surely if you don't have any element of chance involved, aren't they all very predictable and fixed and rigid, and where's the fun in that? So we're going to be hopefully talking about where the fun is in that over the next couple of weeks. So I hope you'll join me for that. If you've anything else that you would like to see in these videos, I've been aware that I've been doing a lot of Oakboundy things recently. If there's any hobby things you'd like to see, or if you've got any questions about Oakbound things that you would like me to pick up and cover in future videos, do get in touch. Please also sign up to our new newsletter. We're now in what I've just sent out, second edition, and you can, if you subscribe, you'll get access to the previous editions. We've just started a series on votive offerings in the woods. It's an extra way of throwing obstacles in your opponent's path, so that's quite fun, and we're going to be doing another couple of installments on those in the next couple of newsletters, so do sign up for that. Yeah, let me know if there's anything that you'd like to cover in the video, and join me next week when we start rolling out the second year of Oakbound videos on YouTube. Take care.